Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is I once again, DocHoliday, bringing you some more professional Korean StarCraft content brought to you by, of course, StarCastTV. Today we have an awesome ZvZ for you guys between Hero and Zero. Going to be pretty awesome, I'm sure. And if you're familiar, of course, with any of my content, especially my live streaming content, I'm sure you know that I have essentially zero understanding of this matchup. It is complete mystery, black magic, and completely indecipherable as a whole. So we're going to have a lot of fun casting this one for you today. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content here so far on the channel. If you guys do me a favor, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And of course, leave a comment in the comment section below. Try to be gentle. I got really delicate feelings, guys. And of course, there is that like button there if you want to boost my ego a little bit, and the dislike if you want to make me cry. So you can always do all that stuff there. But we are going to head right on into the replay. Let's go. Alrighty guys, bottom left-hand corner, spawning as the yellow Zerg, we have Chobodari, aka Hero. And at the bottom, in the top right, excuse me, in the top right-hand corner, we have spawning as the brown Zerg, we got Zero. Alrighty guys, man, I swear, Korean StarCraft players are amazing, right? Why do they gotta do this name switching thing? Do you have any idea how hard it is to keep this stuff straight? It's so difficult. It's so hard. They could make it so much easier on us if they just use the names. You know what'd be awesome is if I could change the names. Like I could just change it, like one of them here to DocHoliday, and guys be like, oh my god, DocHoliday is playing against Zero. Oh my gosh, he's so good. It'll never happen though. I'll be terrible at this matchup forever. But alrighty guys, so already very interesting start here. Of course, we are on a two-player map, so it kind of disincentivizes some of the earlier aggression. As you're going to see that coming a little bit more easily. But we do have overlords from both of our players here. Looks like we have a gas here by Hero. It looks like Zero is going to be opting more for an economic 12 hatch build, where we have the gas first, what do they call it? The overgas build for Hero. So overgas, interesting build, gets you your, of course, your link speed very, very quickly, along with your lair. And because the gas is cranking away so early, what? It wasn't a hatch first? Am I just taking crazy pills? What is going on? So we have a 12 pool. Okay. I mean, that's not a bad build either. Certainly a smart one versus, like, you know, for the potential of like a 9 pull speed here. Very strong build against that, and of course you get your expansion nice and quickly as well. But anyways, the overgas, you do end up with a little bit of extra gas as well, so it lets those initial Mutalisk reinforcements come out nice and quick as well. Just gets you that early gas lead over your opponent that can potentially snowball you into the early game if you get you know, a couple kills here. Just a little bit of advantage in the air can snowball really hard in this matchup. So do you have the layer on the way? Of course, we also have Zergling speed, as we have been farming the gas pretty darn hard here. Taking one drone off gas for who knows what reason, for just a very short period of time here. In the meantime, Natural Hatchery is on its way here for Zero. Got the first 4 links here out on the map as well. Here comes the last 2. Make 6. That's how addition works. Anyways, got one Zergling coming across the map here now, trying to see what he can see. Overlord going to be the most helpful scout, as it is going to get into that main base and scout the timing of the Spire here eventually. Of course, it doesn't look like these things are going to be able to get up this ramp, as that is a very, very tight wing wall. Zerglings, of course, on the ramp. Going to have the advantage either at the top or bottom of the ramp, not being the lings that are trying to push up or down the ramp, as you have more surface area to spread your Zerglings out, which means more lings are going to be hitting the lings that are trying to break through. We have a cute little scout here just to make sure that there wasn't any kind of snuck hatch or anything like that. It looks like a large move out of Zerglings actually here. Now for Hero. So we're going to meet them here. So this is really interesting. So one of the ways that Zerglings interact is, of course, you need your Zerglings to be perpendicular to the opponent's Zerglings. So if you have, you know, like a vertical line right here of Lings, and you attack him like this, all the Zerglings at the choke right here are going to trade much more effectively. We do have now the Zerglings and drones taking a fight here down at the natural expansion, trying to stall for the Sunken here. And the Sunken will get up here. And it looks like very few, if any, drones went down, so very successful defense there so far for Zero. Zero up 3 now in the drone count. Of course, the tech is going to be pretty heavily mismatched there, as we don't even have a Spire on the way. So highly likely going to be seeing, you know, Sunken, or sorry, it's not Sunken, Spore defense here employed as going to be the primary way to keep us safe from Mutalisk, the initial Mutalisk pop at least here. And that is, of course, indicated also by the lack of you know, gas being mined here. So there is the Evo chamber right now. We are just trying to mine as much minerals as possible, because every single drone counts here, and these spores are very, very expensive. Ling's now out on the map, checking for any kind of shenanigans. And we have now the drone on the low ground, taking the base for Hero. So, of course, we know that this is a very safe base, regardless of how many Zerglings are on the field at this point, as the Mutalisks are going to provide that map control for the time being. We do have the Spores coming up now, and the Spire coming up in the back here. Now, the double gas that is provided by the second base and the early drone advantage can potentially provide an avenue back into the game here for Hero. Sorry, for Zero, rather. Hero, though, knowing that it's highly unlikely he gets anything done in the main or natural expansion with only 3 Mutalisks here, at least any reasonable costed attack is not going to be very cost-effective. He goes and searches for Overlords to try to get some early damage done here. So, cute little Zergling move in here. Going to be using the superior larva count here. Allowed for a couple of extra Zerglings on the field. Mutalisk doing a little bit of harassment here, but we do have double Spore. Good Spore positioning just in general to defend both mineral lines. But alright. So this is pretty important. Looks like the second gas is getting started a little bit earlier so far for Hero. That means that he's going to be able to retain all of the economic advantages that he had going on into these build orders as far as the gas count goes, and that's really what is super, super important in ZvZ, as the gas count determines how many Mutalisks you're going to have overall. And since there is a maximum amount of gas that you can harvest per second, that being maxed out at technically 4, but 3 is the acceptable answer there, as it's the most drone efficient. You know, if you get your gas started earlier and you're mining longer, you will always be ahead so long as you don't have to take those drones off of the gas there. So it is very nice to get ahead early on that. That is going to make it so one of the only good ways back into the gas game here is going to be the usage of Scourge, as they are pretty darn gas efficient there, as if you can land them. Now, of course, versus Korean Pro Mutalisk control, it's extremely difficult to land Scourge shots, as with Patrol Micro and just generally good control from the Mutalisk actually have the opportunity to out micro the Scourge. Oh my gosh, I said professional Korean Mutalisk control thinking. Now, okay, so there are some fun. Ooh, nice, catches a Mutalisk coming right out of there. That is best case scenario. Anyways, one of the funny dynamics that this type of opening between our two players here kind of necessitates is that once you have double Spore in both your mineral lines are kind of safe, right? So if you think about it, there's no real need for your Mutalisk to ever really be at home until the Muta count gets really crazy and starts being able to kill off these Spores. So you have a little bit more of aggressive opportunities in Zero's position here, because he doesn't have to worry nearly as much about defending his base with his Mutalisks as Hero does, because Hero hasn't been able to afford any of the Spore colonies in either one of the mineral lines here. So This is going to give Zero a bit of an opportunity to kind of get on the map and outmaneuver the Mutalisks without having to worry about losing drones at home. And that can be a very big advantage just due to the fact that Hero is essentially going to be on the defensive for a very, very long time. And if he ever wants to get on the aggressive side of things, he really risks losing a lot of units, specifically drones. This is very cute. Hero is moving Zerglings out on the map, positions to where they may be able to scout out Mutalisk movement, so that way he's never caught off guard. Did I say movement? Movement. Okay. Anyways, he's never going to be caught off guard by Mutalisk just showing up in one of his expansions, being like, hey, what's up, drones? It's been a while, dude. Just came by to give you a high five. You know what I mean? But, man, look at that Mutalisk count, though. That is the early gas coming into play there. Like, look at how many Mutalisks we have here for Zero, man. This is less than that. And generally speaking, that's bad to have. Really going into some deep StarCraft theory here, I know. But that's how it is. Anyways, both players curiously opting for Carapace. Of course, Carapace is the stronger of the upgrades, but a lot of times you see people go for attack anyways because it reduces the number of Mutalisks that you need to one-shot drones, as well as it's just less expensive. So sometimes you have some very tight timings where the affording the attack is just slightly better. You know what I mean? Like, it just works out that you don't have to mine for another couple of seconds in order to be able to afford that Carapace. But Carapace does negate more damage, especially the first upgrade of the Carapace. Very, very important, as each glaive does bounce 3 times, or does a total of 3 hits, rather. So that one Carapace actually negates a lot of damage. Ooh, important scout here. We've got a third base coming down here. And Hero is going to capitalize on the larger number of Mutalisks. So this third base does present a bit of a problem. Of course, getting that secure is a huge victory, because that is yet another gas that you're going to be able to use in order to continue your Mutalisk production and get very, very far ahead in that air battle. Of course, what that does also do is adds yet another position of vulnerability here that could potentially be harassed by Zero's Mutalisks. Now, here's the thing. Zero is going to lose any straight-up Mutalisk battle right now. He just doesn't have as much stuff in the air as Hero does. He needs to make something happen here. And it looks like what we're going to do is use this third macro hatchery to produce Zerglings, so we get another Zergling attack here, and potentially hit 2 areas at once. So maybe you send the Lings up to this high ground here, so the Mutalisks swoop over here, and the Mutalisks come into the back side here for Zero and clears out Hero's mineral line. So it looks like that's what we're going to do. We have a couple of Lings now heading on over to that third base. 4 Lings really not going to pose much of a threat, though. I don't see them really committing all of Hero's Mutalisks to defend it. We have 1 Ling. Oh my god, he just dips. He's like, there's 3 dudes coming for me. It's just me, bro. I'm heading out. Alrighty. So wow, big pickoffs already. Look at the worker differential right now, man. Zero has got so many more workers than Hero. Now, Hero can still safely drone up, as he does have a very large Mutalisk count. But you know, it's really going to start snowballing out of control. We do have a third base now here on the way for Zero. And Zero has just got the chattest of Zerglings, man. Just comes and bullies this other Zergling by himself here. But with, you know, 4 hatches, that's a lot of additional larvae as well. That's going to allow more drones to be produced more quickly. It's going to make things just really good. Okay, this is scary. All right, Mutalisks coming down here to the third base. Fresh base here, but they are not equipped to fight this giant Mutalisk army, but the Mutalisk army is all split up. We have Lings coming into the natural expansion, continuing to do more drone damage here. Oh my gosh, this is catastrophic. 17 drones and counting. And what is the army difference here? It still looks like, honestly, Hero has, even before this reinforcing number of Mutalisks coming here, it looked like Hero had more units. So we still have 2 Carapace to 2 Carapace, so these Mutalisks are even, but actually, what the heck is going on? Zero's Mutalisks are actually overtaking the Mutalisks of Hero now. And wow, what a turn of events here. I gotta be honest, man, what the hell? I thought that there were way more yellow mutas in the air than there were brown ones. Oh my gosh, and in one giant attack, we have Zero absolutely cutting the throat of Hero and ending him in this game here. So very well played here by Zero, constantly having the economic advantage here. Very, very nicely done. Congratulations to both of our players on playing an excellent game, though, and we will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed that one.